What you're really doing is switching from one pair of glasses, that is for distance, to a pair of glasses for reading.
Yeah.
And you have to be aware of the fact that you will have to wear glasses for reading within the next 5 years.
Yes.
Before going
Well,
ahead
I
with the
became
treatment,
long-term
every
dentist.
client receives a full consultation. Optimax has to be sure that the client is suitable and fully informed.
With the counselling I had, they wanted to be completely satisfied and with a third-party opinion that my second eye was suitable for the operation or the treatment, and they were totally satisfied. In fact, they refused 3 times with me to give me any treatment before they ultimately were satisfied.
Thank you. 1.8. Excellent. Now, let's see if we're about lined up. Just come a little bit this way. That's it. Good. Just hold it there.
Before the treatment, you'll be given anaesthetic eye drops.
I'm just going to arm the laser. You'll hear
Next,
it tapping
the doctor
noise.
sets the laser up for a test run.
This is the noise that accompanies the laser when it's doing a test on itself and also when it's working, so you'll hear that during the procedure. Testing.
During the procedure, a retractor holds the eye open. The test is to satisfy the doctor that you'll be able to hold your eye still during the actual
Just lining
treatment.
you up again.
Most people have no difficulty doing this, but if you do move, the laser will stop.
Here we go. Maybe a little bit faster. Well done. I'm going to set it up for the actual treatment.
The laser is extremely precise and computer controlled to your individual correction. After treatment, the healing process will replace some of the tissue which has been removed. To compensate, a precise amount is added to your correction by the laser's computer. This has the effect of making you long-sighted initially, which reduces gradually as the cornea heals. This process takes about 6 months.
And then I'm going to take off the surface cells. That's the next stage.
The eye's surface is cleaned under a microscope as a preparation for the laser.
That's all right. It's not hurting at all. Thank you. That's good. Try not to look up.
The laser removes a 5mm circle of cornea, typically 2/1000ths of an inch deep. This is only about half the width of a human hair, a microscopic amount which is invisible to the naked eye. The laser does not penetrate below the surface of the eye, so it doesn't affect any other part of it.
I'm going to put a bit of ointment in. This is to prevent any infection. And it's also got a bit of steroid in.
The treatment is now complete. Average laser time is just 15 seconds.
What did you think?
All right. I think the noise is a bit overdramatic, but...
No, I quite like the noise, actually.
Did you tell
Yes.
something was happening?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And the cleaning the eye off,
Did that
which
bother
they all
you?
said, no, it didn't. It was far better than I thought it was
can't
going to
feel it
be
at all,
because
can you,
I also
really?
lost my vision as well. So I thought when you first came at me with the little scraper, I thought, ugh. But it wasn't nearly as bad as I
No, good.
thought it was going to be.
You'll be given pain relief and your eye will be patched for the rest of the day, so bring a friend to help you home. You won't be able to judge distances for at least 2 weeks and shouldn't drive until you're completely comfortable.
Sometimes some people come in and they're very, very apprehensive about the whole treatment. They're aware that it's painless, but they're still very apprehensive about it. So we just get them relaxed and reassure them about the treatment.
I was quite nervous. I was really hoping that I was not going to be refused. That was my worst fear, having come such a long way and had a build-up for it. And I think everything else has gone as I expected.
You can leave directly after treatment, but don't plan to do anything that evening or the next day. The day after treatment, you will feel a sensation of grit in the eye, which is not too uncomfortable if kept still.
I actually had no throbbing, no pain, no discomfort whatsoever. My eye, after 2 to 3 days, was a bit sensitive towards light, but no problems really after the 4th day. And by the 3rd and 4th week, I could see clearly. And it proved so successful. After the 4th and 5th, 6th month, it had settled down to clear on every distance from 6 inches to 60, 70 feet and beyond. And I went for the second eye because it was so good on the first eye.
The pain just lasted that night, the first night. The following day, the pain started to disappear.
Going in, I was nervous, obviously. You go in for an operation, you're going to be a bit nervous. But I was very surprised how quickly the operation went and how painless it was. And surprised how quick the recovery time was.
I had mine done on a Saturday morning. I was back in the office on the Monday morning. You don't try and drive a car for a couple of weeks, which is good advice that you get.
After 24 hours, your eye should feel normal again, but you will have clouded vision for a few days and possibly soreness or weeping. If you're worried about these temporary effects, give the clinic a ring. Above all, don't try to compare your experience with other patients. Everybody gets very different short-term reactions, which will not affect the end results.
The vision is vastly improved.
There are two main long-term risks of PRK. The first is that a few people will revert back to being short-sighted again. These aren't many, but a few will do that. And then there's the long-term aspect, in as much that although PRK has been done for some 4 years, I think we should say that we're still lacking really long-term findings.
You'll need a checkup within 1 week. Optimax should be able to arrange this at an ophthalmologist local to you, and you must attend regular checkups afterwards. You won't be able to use your treated eye for reading until it's completely healed. Please be patient during this period. Don't judge the results until at least 3 months after treatment, or longer if you're older than 40. All Optimax medical staff are ophthalmic specialists with wide experience in the NHS. They're authorised by the local area health authority to perform this treatment. Optimax has clinics in London and in Bristol and will open one in Yorkshire during '93. A nationwide network is planned with ophthalmologists in all areas so that you can have a local service.
So I first got involved with the laser treatment for short sight when I looked into having treatment for my own eyes. And the more I looked into it, the more exciting it was. And within a few weeks, I decided that it was such a marvellous operation that I'd offer it to the public at a price that they could afford.
The Summit laser is used in most UK research and commercial laser eye treatment centres. It is a very expensive piece of equipment. Since this treatment is not readily available on the NHS, the decision to offer it at an affordable price is a considerable benefit. How is this achieved?
If we can use the laser efficiently, we can cut its unit cost and charge the patient accordingly. And we are doing that. We are attracting lots of people. And fortunately, they're being very enthusiastic, and they're coming back and they're recommending it to their friends. And it's a snowball that started rolling.
Russell Ambrose and other staff members have already had the treatment. If you come to the clinic, you'll be able to meet people who have had PRK and talk to them about it.
Having gone through the experience, learned about it, learned really that there wasn't that much to be frightened of. There was really no hesitation in going for the second eye.
I think generally it does give me confidence not having to wear glasses, particularly in the social scene, and it's more convenient. I don't have the problem of the rain on the glasses or steaming up, and also the eyesight is better. I found that there's more light coming through, which you don't notice when you've been wearing glasses for 10 years. So for me, it's an absolute godsend.
I've already told my little sister I'd like her to have it because her sight's much worse than mine. And in a year or two, when it's settled down, it'll be a brilliant alternative to contact lenses.
It is worth 2 or 3 weeks of blurred vision for the result of never having to perform ever again. That's very nice. So.
Our policy here at Optimax is to only offer PRK to people who've got the best chance of getting a perfect result. About 50% of people inquiring are not in that category, and we're advising them to wait. Technology is advancing so quickly that sooner or later treatment will be available to all.